This video is an audio only. Auto fucked with Ray! Ray's my fucking favorite! Nobody fucks with Ray! Ahem. But for real though, you should go check out the full version, because YouTube's copyright policy is guilty until proven innocent, and I don't really want to put up with that bullshit. I'm a big fan of Evangelion. I'm among the first to call out the dozens of blatant ripoffs that keep popping up, and among the first to laugh when people call it pretentious. Shut up, Draconis! Nobody gives a shit about your life story. We came here for a damn review. Now do a damn review! Okay. Evangelion 3.0 is a colossal fucking disappointment, an irredeemable butt mess, and a catastrophic clusterfuck. You might have finished this movie and thought, that was a pretty good movie. But you're fucking wrong! Let me make this clear. I'm a big Evangelion fan, but I am not a fanboy. There are two kinds of people who will be lauding this anime as actually being any good. Fanboys and brain-dead monkeys, though many would argue that the former classifies as the latter. I also want to make something else very clear. I don't care that the story wildly diverged from the original. That isn't what makes this movie bad. I'd welcome such a change, if it weren't executed so fucking terribly. I became very scared when I started hearing tidbits about 3.0, like the fact that there was a 14-year time skip, an easy setup for disaster. And then, you hear stories from Yahoo Japan, how people went to see multiple screenings because they didn't understand what the fuck they had just watched the first time. Needless to say, I set my expectations as low as possible and was still disappointed. So here's how this is going to work. First, I'm going to trudge through this slog step by step and point out all the instances that, if you were paying attention, should have left you going, huh? Or, what? And instances of just generally retarded bullshit. Warning, there are a lot of them. That's why I'm doing this first. There's so much stupid shit that I couldn't ever hope to cover all of it in a structured review. It's hard for me to properly articulate how stupid some of the shit in this movie is. And then, I'm going to summarize what the fuck we just watched and assess each aspect of the movie. The following is my review and analysis of Evangelion 3.0. You cannot redo this movie. You should take some notes, because it's fucking bad! Mark 4A. What the hell is that? Apparently it's pattern blue, whatever it is. She's dealing with an angel and knows it, or at least something she's clearly familiar with somehow, and she's surprised when it starts breaking through her AT field. Wait, why are Shinji and Unit 1 in a cross-shaped box in space? Guess what? You'll never find out the answer to this question. You'll never find out why. Unfortunately, this scene is completely and utterly random and pointless. What's a Mark 4B? Is it an angel? It has a core that exploded like a core normally would. They never tell you, so I can only assume it is. What's up with this hideous looking chick with a ridiculous character design that looks like it was ripped straight out of Gurren Lagann? Botox lips is your new name. And speaking of Gurren Lagann, what's up with the retarded sunglass visor things? Good. Time for the next context-less battle sequence. Would have been nice to fucking know the context for the first one. Nemesis series. Mark 4C? Pattern blue must be an angel! Unless Hideaki Anno decided that pattern blue means something else for this movie. Look at all this shit! How can a renegade group of assholes finance all this shit? Yet they're somehow undermanned? The power to slay God? What? What the fuck are you talking about? Misato went from a good-natured and caring leader to a stubborn, domineering, broom-up ass. We'll never find out what spurned such a massive change in her personality. So something just went nuclear to stop whatever the fuck it was that was attacking whoever the fuck these people are, and apparently, all of their assets survived. Somehow. Man, is it just me, or did the CGI get worse in these years? What the fuck is it they have attached to them? I thought they just blew it up. I don't understand what the fuck is even happening in this action sequence. What did they just blow up? Looks like one of those carnival rides that the kids ride on with the swings. What the fuck are they shooting down? Where are we? Why are we here? Who are we fighting? The power to kill God again. What the fuck? Those are all flying ships. What kind of resources do you not have? You just said you have no resources. But look at all this shit. Shinji has a sync rate of 0, but Eva 1 entered the awakened state for 12 seconds. How? Guess what? We never find out. Katsuragi has a plot device attached to Shinji's neck to kill him before he can enter the awakened state of an Eva that she won't even let him near in the first place. Sakura Suzuhara is pretty cute though. I'm trying to get something out of this fucking movie. Now for the most degenerate character. Nice Crocs! Nice crotch shot. Nice ass shot. Crotch shot. Ass shot. Ass shot. Everyone's all pissed at Shinji, but they won't tell him why. They won't tell him what happened. The curse of Eva. I guess we as viewers are left to assume that it's the magical LCL fluid or something that's doing it, but they never say, so we never actually know. Why do you have these ghetto phones in this day and age? Here's Mari, serving absolutely no purpose again. Shinji is the only thing that makes sense in this movie at all. If I were him, I'd totally piece the fuck out too. Everyone's pissed at him, blaming him for shit that he doesn't know shit about at all. Now we finally find out a little something about the plot. This is a new organization called Willy who's dedicated themselves to fighting Nerve for some reason, which we will never fucking find out. I've heard people speculate that Willy's fighting Nerve because they found out Nerve's plan for instrumentality, but that's bullshit because Unit 1 just ascended by Shinji's will. There was no actual impact ritual on Nerve's part. Why didn't Rei just murder Misato while she was there? All she would have to do is like flail her hand around. What the fuck is an Adam's vessel? Note, a vessel of atoms is a fucking awful translation that makes no sense. Why is atoms plural? Adam's vessel makes sense canonically. End note. At least say hi while I obliterate your fucking face? Who the fuck wrote the dialogue for this movie? These characters are fucking retarded. Nerve, that happens to be funded by the whole fucking world, apparently has no money to repair their shit while Willy has a giant flying fortress and fleet. They have a piano, but no roof, no personnel, no facility, just a piano. Gendo's got the fucking visor thing too. Are you Cyclops? Eva Unit 13? Guess what, guys? We'll never know what became of the ones in between. They go through Eva's like dirty underwear. Why the fuck does he expect Shinji to come back and pilot it after being gone for 14 years? What's he going to pilot it for? Why would he? The fuck, Gendo? Correction. In addition to the piano, they have a comical contraption that looks like a giant bomb. Where the fuck are those lights beaming down on them from? Look at the changes to the Nerve symbol. Interesting. Not something to rage at, but What the fuck? Nerve bike rack? Where are they getting the funds for this obvious Eva mass production? Rei gets a little shipping container in the middle of a giant open space. Now for the fucking part I hate the most. My personality has disappeared into the infinite abyss of Anno's mind. And my boobs got bigger and became lopsided. And your character design looks very off. I think there were some flaws with your cloning process. Or maybe your artistic design fucking sucks in this movie! Nope, she's even more emotionless than she originally was. Did Gendo reset her mind to default settings? I don't know. We don't know. Nobody knows. Fuck you, Anno. You reset all of her previous development with nothing to show for it. She's even worse than before. She doesn't even read now. Exactive fucking Lee. Bravo, Shinji. You're the only thing in this movie with a shred of logic. He's the oasis of sanity in a barren desert of nothing makes sense. But he's reset too. He's reduced to his usual crying baby form. Now for the bullshit homoerotic overtones with Kaoru, a character whose purpose in this movie is homolust. Why are they in school uniforms? This is like after the end of the world. This is so contextless and stupid and pointless. I like how Shinji just acquires the ability to play the piano. Where does Kaoru get the idea that he's in the position to say, "That's just like you"? There are countless lines that are hilarious when they're taken out of context. It ain't gonna suck itself. Who's delivering Shinji's laundry? Is it Fuyutsuki? Because he's Gendo's bitch? There are like 5 people in this whole place. Maybe they were lazy and just didn't want to make a few more character designs. All their creative juices ran out on the first handful of ass clowns. Where'd the city go? You know, the city that used to be right there above us? The one that used to be where the sky is now? Kaoru calls it third impact, while every other time they say near third impact. This is the first time they call them Lilin. Why are they suddenly referring to them as Lilin? That might be something that's actually just a stupid translation choice, but it would make sense for Kaoru though, but not anybody else. What is this? A mass grave of Evas? Or angels? Someone tell me what I'm looking at. Does Shinji know what he's talking about? What the fuck is the Door of Guff? What? Watch the second movie. Third impact was supposed to be triggered when an angel made contact with Lilith. That's the point of them fighting with the angels. Apparently, Shinji initiated third impact, but was stopped. He was just doing what he thought was right. Shinji was retconned into this shitty situation because Hideaki Anno devoured a tub of bath salts before he wrote the script for this shit. The premise of this whole movie is third impact / near third impact, and the circumstances surrounding this are one giant plot hole. Ridiculously, unacceptably retconned. This scene with Rei in the tank where another Rei shows up is easily the most interesting part in the whole thing. I could speculate that it's the Rei that disappeared inside Unit 1's entry plug, and that would be the best thing the movie could do to redeem itself. Or it could be a bookend Rei. If you don't know what that is, the hallucinations of Rei that Shinji sees in episode 1 of Neon Genesis Evangelion, and again in the penultimate scene in the end of Evangelion, are speculated to be Rei 3, who transcended time after gaining godlike powers by joining with Lilith. It definitely makes sense if you subscribe to the train of thought that Rebuild is a sequel to Neon Genesis Evangelion. Oh wait, is that a spoiler? Oh well. Fuyutsuki's doing his usual job of sitting in the middle of nowhere doing absolutely nothing. Now it's time for Fuyutsuki's fan-oriented exposition that will make absolutely no sense to anyone who hasn't seen the original series. He concretely confirms what has been established in Neon Genesis Evangelion, that Yui's soul is Eva Unit 1. So are we supposed to just take Fuyutsuki's word that Rei is somewhere inside of Unit 1 still? But her development still amounts to nothing. It's all a part of Gendo's plan? Sure it fucking is! I don't know if there's anything that's happened since his birth that he didn't plan for. What the fuck is this giant head in the middle of nowhere? What final contract? What are you talking about? This is what I feel like watching this movie. Tripping on acid, asking what's going on, nobody knows, etc. Final Executor! What? Are we coming up to the climax? I guess so. It sounds like it. Kaoru just uses his power to take his collar off finally after all this time. What? That doesn't mean anything! Why are you putting the collar on? How does it shoulder anything? It's Misato's kill switch, you fucking ass clown. Or ass fucking clown. Let's put on the collar, because that makes sense. What? Is that why he was in a coffin on the moon? Did they change his backstory? Don't know. They never explain it. Who the fuck's manning this facility? How are they going to launch it? Is it Fuyutsuki? Fuyutsuki, we're short-handed, so you'll have to do even more everything than usual. This S-stat has absolutely no meaning anymore. I guess his sync rate of 0 rectified itself since the beginning of the movie. Never mattered. How can they detect an Evangelion startup when Rei snuck the fuck up on them earlier? Poor Rei. I still somehow feel sorry for her, in spite of the shit-awful writing surrounding her predicament. I fucking love Rei. Fuck you, Anno, for fucking up Rei. What the fuck is this? They failed to become Infinity? Sounds cool. Doesn't make no fucking sense. Why is there a lid over Central Dogma? What's it made out of? Wouldn't that require a lot of resources? The piano duet thing was a horrible way to tie the dual plug entry system to Homolust. This CGI is fucking awful. The epicenter of third impact. How the fuck is this the epicenter? Unit 1 was nowhere near that! And I thought that third impact was prevented, but I guess it really wasn't. Why is Lilith a corpse anyway? When did it grow legs? Why are there a bunch of skulls down here? What are these skulls from? He's even referencing what Misato said in the first movie by saying that they were supposed to protect it with their lives, but apparently that didn't even matter. Why are there 2 spears at the impact epicenter? I remember the one you threw. Without the spears, Nerve won't be able to instigate fourth impact. I thought they were the key to human instrumentality. I thought that impact equals instrumentality, at least in the end of Evangelion. So taking the spears prevents fourth impact but causes instrumentality? Wait. Then don't pilot it. He just fucking told you why he was piloting it. Yep. Just keep beating on my fucking shield, you dumb bitch. He just fucking told you what his business was for being here! Jesus, this bitch is stupid! Get turned into an Adam's vessel? What the fucking shit are you talking about? You just said she was one already, and we still don't even know what that fucking is! Your original was a whole lot friendlier? You mean the one you never met? What? You expect him to just let you wail on him until you murder him like a fucking psychopath? Shinji, you dumb motherfucker. Listen to Kaoru. He's saying to stop because they're not the lances you came to get. These are not the lances you're looking for. The 12th angel is still alive? Of course it is! Sure! Why not? Third impact can resume? How? I thought it was supposed to be 4th impact. What angel? When did this happen? To be continued.